One, two, three. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mehta Alam. I am BTech first year student in Sitare University. Today, I am going to explain a topic that is nested loop that is very famous in programming language. So let's add. Basically, what is nested loop? Nested loop is a loop within a loop. For better understanding of nested loop, we are going to explain what is loop. So, what is loop in practical life? Loop is a repetition of same work. For example, a child who used to go regularly school. For this, he dress up in the morning and went to the school and again return to the school for the next day. He does the same. So it is in a loop work. In programming language, loop is running a block of code until a given condition satisfied. Basically, the loop are two types. One are for loop and other is while loop. So better understanding of nested loop. Now we are going to solve a question. Uh, I have already told loop, nested loop is nothing. It is a loop within a loop. So let's start. Example of concept 4. In this question, what we asked, it is asked that given a positive integer and we have to return another list in which factorial of all the numbers should be returned. So basically this question asked, we took a list is equal to list, we contain element 4, 3 and 2. And what output should be? Mm, output output should be our list 2, that is factorial of 4 is 24, 6 and factorial of 2 is 2. Here we understand why we use nested loop. So for finding a factorial of each element in the list, at first we have to iterate over each element in the list. So we use one loop which iterate over each element in the list, and the next loop which will find the factorial of each element, which multiply element by their preceding next element, next number. So now solve this question. Mm, we'll write this question as it is. Mm. Now we define a function that is called define. Now I am defining the function that is fact list. Uh, list. Mm. And now we have to assign a empty list in which our result should be come. So what we name here empty list, we write name list 2. List 2 is equal to list 2 empty list. Now what we have to do? We have to iterate each element in the list. So we find use here for loop for I in range, not range, for I in each, we have to iterate over each element in the list. So for I in list, for I in list. And now we have to find factorial of each element. So what we do here, we multi we took we took we start element from 1 and multiply 1 and next element that is 2, 3 until the element until its range. For example, we took 4. Now we how to we find the 4? We multiply. We took first 1 and multiply it 2, then multiply it 3 and 4. So let's we assign a variable fact is equal to 1, and now again we use for loop for I not I. For here we put take variable ij in range. What should be our range here? Our range should be from 1, because if we I plus 1, because as we know that if, in range it took a value until its preceding element. So I plus 1. Now what we have to do? We have to write fact is equal to j multiplied by fact, f is ct. Oh, I write here j multiplied by f is ct. And now what we have to do? We have to append our given output here. So what is our will be list 2 dot append fact. And last we have to return, what we have to return here, list return list 2. Now we are going to find is the our code running properly or not. Print what we assign the what we name the function fact list, and list 1. For this we have to uncomment this list 1. Oh no, it is list, name it list 1. Now, and we can see that our code is running properly. And now we see what it is done here. At first, what is it for I in list? This program does nothing. It do take each element from the list, and and next the inside list for j in range 1 plus 1. This program do multiply, start multiplication from 1 and multiply even that number. For it take at first it multiply 1, and फिर multiply 2 and multiply 3 and 4, then the code stop running. So I hope all of you understand. Thank you.